Why do Americans call football soccer? Is a debate that occurred in a Discord server I'm in. It resulted in some interesting things, to say the least. But that's besides the point. It got me thinking, why do Americans call football soccer? Well, let me take you back to 1863, when England's Football Association, or the EFA, met to standardize rules for medieval ball games, which ultimately led to the creation of association football, basically the formal and official name for the sport. Around the same time, rugby football was also widely popular. To tell each apart from the other, Oxford University students started adding to shorten words. Because of that, rugby football became rugger, and association football became a soccer. You can kinda see where soccer comes from now. For some background, when Oxford University students began slapping the suffix "er" at the end of words, when abbreviating association football, they ended up with this. So, instead, they grabbed the middle syllable of association, sock. Folklore suggests that the word started as a soccer before dropping the A, while early written records show that speakers almost immediately went straight to sock plus hence soccer. Though in print during the 1880s and the 1890s, it was initially spelled as soccer or socka.
Okay, well, now we know all about the history of the name soccer, but why do Americans still use soccer instead of football?
When the sport crossed the Atlantic in the late 19th century, North America was already developing its own version of football, which was a mix of rugby and association football rules that evolved into modern American football, or gridiron. Because football in the US and Canada already referred to gridiron, Americans adopted the official British nickname soccer to prevent confusion. By the mid to late 20th century, two things happened. One, American football blew up, and two, the UK abandoned soccer because it began to feel too American. This brings up another question. Why do people call soccer football instead of soccer then? Well, for other countries like Germany and France, it was the original name. Other countries even translated the English words into their own languages, like Spanish and football. As mentioned earlier, soccer was actually widely used in Britain alongside football for nearly a century. However, in the 1970s and 1980s, as American sports culture grew globally, British football fans began viewing soccer as Americanism. Because of this, British fans abandoned the word soccer and doubled down on football.
So, which one's right? Soccer or football?
Well, neither, but both of them. It really comes down to where you're from and however way you want to say it. But really, it doesn't matter because we're all watching the same sport.